Greetings, EBC Greenhouse family. This is Minister Eric. Imagine your favorite artist comes to town for a surprise concert. A concert so spectacular and grand that it would go down as the most famous concert in all of history. Now imagine you're on the front row. How excited would you be? Well, for the thousands following Jesus around Galilee 2,000 years ago, that basically happened. Word had spread of his teachings and the miracles, and crowds were gathering to see his next move. Whether it was turning water to wine, or giving sight to the blind, or raising someone from the dead, or even giving words of wisdom, thousands would come from near and far. He delivered a sermon atop a hill that is still encouraging and teaching Jesus followers today. It's called the Sermon on the Mount. In the middle of this sermon, Jesus explains how to pray by doing two things. First, he shows people how not to pray. Then he gives them a proper example. His examples of what not to do are the hypocritical, overly religious prayers that you sometimes hear in church today. That is all about the performance of man for the approval of man. He reminds us that prayer isn't about making us look good in front of others. In fact, it might make others hate us. Prayer gives us what we need more than popularity, and that's a purpose-filled relationship with Jesus Christ, our Savior, and God the Father. Then Jesus prays a model prayer. Our Father, hallowed be thy name. You've probably heard it before. You might even have this prayer memorized. But have you really considered how awesome this 30-second prayer is? In it, Jesus shows that prayer is a world-changing, sacred moment between our Father in heaven and us. In this communication with God, we bring both our worship and our concerns. We are forgiven, protected from evil, and given the tools to change the world. We get to be in the front row working with Jesus to make everything right again. Read Matthew chapter 6, verses 1 through 13 for yourself. Then answer the following questions. Question number 1. What warnings does Jesus give about prayer? Question number 2. What do you think it means for God's kingdom to come on earth? And finally, question number 3. What's the biggest difference between this prayer and the prayers you typically say or hear? Well, that's all for now. Be well, stay safe, peace. God bless you.